Evening, everybody. Welcome to Harlan Esports for the first time after a name change and everything today. Good to have you all here as per normal. Welcome back, round 5, GSRC. We are back at Imola.
The leader's just done a 143.64.
Okay, about 5 seconds before we go into quali.
Checkered flag, P5.
Put it on pole last week.
That's the end of the session,
going
P5.
to be happening this week. I think a few other people will might make the mistake they made last week. Crack.
The pit exit's clear. Okay, David, we've got 4 laps. Let's get this done.
Hello, Kylie. Qualifying session is somewhat cooler. What we're just running on in practice. I was able to put a P4 in practice there, so.
The track temperature's decreasing. It's now 26 Celsius.
Oh, g'day. Hey, so.
How goes it?
Yeah, good one. Just in quali.
Hello, Moggles.
Hey. Goes on.
Not much, mate. A few spa laps, mate. Prepping for tomorrow. So I can be 2 seconds off pace, not 3.
Yeah, copy.
You know how it is.
P5. We estimate 3 laps of fuel left. You've just done a 143.56. Pit exit is clear.
Running the vet set tonight, but just changed the gear stack.
Probably. I haven't done any spa laps yet.
Oh no, I'm at Imla.
I'm all up.
I'm all
Oh, mamala.
That's a new fastest lap for Spriggs, 143.16.
So you guys have gone quicker than Hobbo.
That's a fucking issue.
What have you done?
Oh, I can't remember what team ID I used for
The guy
fucking.
behind
What
has
did you
just done a 144.00.
They should have it, shouldn't they?
E7.
Yeah, they will. I don't. I'll message Bricks. Are you streaming?
Yep.
The leader has just done a 142.56. P4. That's your quickest lap in this session. You've just done a 143.01.
Oh, a minute to spare. I put it P4.
Bad luck, David. Don't rush.
Well,
Get it
P4.
running. Get it back in
Yeah.
the race.
Mainly 700s off P2. Obo's like
The leader's just done a
4/10.
142.52.
in front of P2. That'd be interesting.
This session says it's test and tune.
That's
This
the
is
end of the
Pro
session.
Series, right?
P4.
Team driving. Driver change rule, none. Team driver range, 1 to 2. Driver team must grid. No. So it's not asking me to select other drivers.
Good evening and welcome to the Gentlemen's Racing Club
Yeah,
round
it's just a
5
practice
of
session,
the
isn't
GSRC
Yeah, there it
Merch
is.
Super 2 Series. Tonight we have a 25-minute lap race with 16 16X
Where you racing?
and every 7 after that.
Imola.
Fast
Imola. Fucking
I'm sure you've read
Interlagos.
the club rules for Facebook
Oh,
and
okay.
Discord.
Of Friday night.
Please
yeah,
use
Friday
your
night.
relative F3 screen at all times. Instant comms is for communicating with admin and race control.
I cannot for the life. I thought I took a photo of the form
Please
before I sent it in,
use
so I
our
knew all the
Discord chat.
details.
I'll be your live
And I can't
RC
find it.
tonight. If there's anything you would like me to look at, please call out your code number and lap number and I'll have a look. No swearing in race comms, one warning only. Reminder, lap 1 instances
Oh man,
may
not getting
incur
any
harsh
chat
penalties.
on my
Lap backs
Streamlabs.
are cleared, serve your penalty. Finally, we'd like to thank the sponsors, Spray Insiders, Waste Options, GSRC Merch, Orbit Australia, Lebsy Racing, and MA Australia, Flash Graphics. Have a good race.
Hey Kylie. Both Kylies.
Cheers, mate. Good luck, everyone.
You mean Kylie squared?
Kylie squared, yep. Put my phone up so I can do the
I'll
chat.
try not to eat you this time, by the way, Kirby.
One job, David.
P4. The track temp is 43. The air temp is 29 Celsius. Okay, David. Nice and neat. Stay out of trouble. Go, go, go.
Ah. Fuck. On your hammer, you fucking dickhead.
Car left, clear left.
Are you talking about Michael Hammond?
Left
Yep.
side, clear left.
So he hasn't improved
Ah.
since when I raced him last week.
Copy.
Forget about the start.
On your right.
017, lap 1, turn 1.
Hold your line. Still there.
Copy.
You're in the middle. Clear left. Clear all round. Right side. Hold your line.
There you go, dickhead.
Still there. Clear right.
Oh, that couldn't have happened at a better time.
7th position.
Hi, Ty.
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
Great. I'm better now. The Kirby's just been abusing her the whole time.
Sounds like it.
I'm a little scared, to be honest.
I heard Hobbo's doing good.
How about worst has been that? Can't remember the last time I saw him have a bad race.
Is that GS?
Scarlet Roval.
Yeah.
Clear right.
So we're donkey beating.
No, I did.
I'm winning because Blake had beaten as well. Jerry Fox fucking.
Oh, he's not even in the top 24. Oh, there's the Super 2s. How are you doing, Kirby, in the race?
Just
Not too bad. AA are on.
Are you streaming, Kirby?
Yep.
Come on.
Kirby always streams. Are you jumping in the test session tonight, Todd?
Pardon?
Are you jumping in the test session tonight?
Have you guys put a session on?
No, there's Logi
All
test
right,
session.
David. The next car is
Oh,
Gomez.
is
Yeah.
Oh, I'm as well.
Oh, right.
On your left. Clear left.
Ah,
I'm joking.
There's an incident in Tamburello. Looks like it's
That'll be a penalty.
Gomez.
That's awesome.
Car left. Clear left.
Good chat.
Yeah, I'm good, thanks, mate. How are you? I'm good.
He did say hi.
Thank
didn't
you.
he?
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear you. I was listening.
Who we messaged, Jordan?
No.
Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me.
R665, left through. Good control.
I would never make training. Oh,
That's
Whatever.
5 minutes of fuel left.
Copy.
never trailer.
there's control 307.
No, I did get my
Lap
first
number?
ever out. Offer to join another team.
Lap 3 at the hairpin, please, mate.
I declined it.
The gap to Gomez ahead is increasing. It's now 5.1. There's 20 minutes to go. 20 minutes.
You star driver?
Who's that?
Me. Do you think it was Jamie Dark?
Yeah, 100%. He would say it was Jamie Dyke as well. What am I doing?
I wouldn't say it was Jamie Dark. Your choice.
He's the original pro driver, mate.
Yeah. He is the...
The Reggie Ditch.
Hey, Tyson, just because you raised in Pro Series, it doesn't mean you're a pro driver.
No, he's a pro ringing.
Just settle, relax, alright, mate? I'm sorry. Right? My bad.
V19.
He's not, so it's a lie.
I take full responsibility for my actions and I won't do it again.
Hello, Tom. How are you, buddy?
Almost picked a better driver to drive with.
I bet he didn't get to pick.
That's a bit mean. Just saying. You have Brady like that?
Ah, right, so he'll be a
Reckon?
himself.
No, I'm saying like he picked me, like he could have picked a better driver than me.
Okay, David. We'll need to pit for fuel.
no,
11
we could.
minutes into the race.
What do you mean? Saying I'm that?
I'm not giving him a second.
Oh!
Just not silly. Just not silly.
What are you boys doing tonight?
So I got slaps.
Nice. Are you in the Logitech session?
I've got away with one penalty.
It's That's GSRC, mate. Fucking hell, mate.
Oh no, it was. I got whacked by 007, like we talked about
Bond,
earlier.
James Bond.
Yeah. And that moved me into a bloke on the outside, and then he went around.
To 1. Yellow flag.
So you
Watch
make
out.
it all of the friends is what you're saying, Dave.
Yeah.
No, Ty's 07, not 007.
Yeah, that's what I said. Oh, he's 07.
Okay, David.
Oh,
Pit window
he's
is now
07.
open.
Fuck, what's going on with the braking?
Should have stopped then. Fuck.
We're running on fumes, mate.
Oh, I didn't put fuel in.
This lap. P18. Sector 1 is 1.1 seconds off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.6 off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.5 off the pace.
You'll have a lot. They're gonna have
Cut the track. Keep it nice and tidy.
What?
Right? Because they get off like your top 6 results for this season.
Ethan Warren running with Brady Myers.
Jesus, you're loud.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, he's a good volume because
You're reeling
yeah,
Brooks.
we complain that he's not
0.0
loud enough.
seconds.
No, I just had to turn it down.
Yeah, I was about to say, fucking you always telling
I'm
him fucking
very
speak up.
fucking excited. Jesus.
Oh, and Matt Payne's running with the result.
That'll be painful.
It's going to be easy.
Stacked is the word you're looking for. Stacked. Very stacked. I'll be happy to finish.
2 litres remaining.
Ah, fuck yes. SSR license.
Very little fuel left. Box this lap.
Left side.
This is how we know.
Clear out.
He's our new secret spy.
I'm back. Sorry, I got
Not so secret though.
hit.
Box.
I got hit by my sister. I'll be back. That doesn't sound very good.
She just hit me in the head because I took one of her chocolates.
Well, to be fair, I probably did the same.
Brady Myers and Ethan Warren.
1 litre remaining.
Deadly duo.
The car in front of us is Gomez.
Ethan Warren
Go
has
for
a
the pit
good
speed limit.
speed.
Pit lane speed limit
You've
is
seen that.
80 kilometres per hour.
Can I serve that
But
penalty
he's
now
any
to
good.
stop?
You gotta remember these are the
Box
best sim drivers in the world for a
4,
supercar.
3, 2, 1.
That's okay.
Box now.
Sorry, in Australia and New Zealand.
I thought Ethan Warren went to Europe with what's his name?
I think he did.
Didn't he go with Josh Rogers?
Not sure.
Race control, can I serve this penalty when the car drops?
Wonder how Josh Rogers would go now that everyone's a lot
Yeah,
faster.
just give me 1
against
second. I'll
these
go
It's
Wilson
last
smash
one.
him, dude.
Joking?
That guy's
Right.
unbelievably quick.
It lives on the fucking sim, man.
Yeah, that's literally his
Thank you,
job.
Loving super.
Yeah. He gets paid
Nice.
to Simmons by who's the fucking
15 minutes remaining. 15 minutes to go. Pit exit looks clear.
Fucking track are we?
Orlando.
yeah. They pay him, so he gets up in the morning, has breakfast, gets on the sim.
Does a few push-ups.
Runs up and down the stairs at the fucking headquarters there.
He's only got 67 wins. What did it get? 172. Troy, remember that?
127.
They fucking do that to you. The fucking ass end of the car be dragging on the ground. Why is this thing fucking failing tech?
Fucking boss, the springs are fucked. We need to change them. 172.
Race is on the other look at pit lane.
Doesn't go that low. 127.
Yard, pit yard. What lap, mate? Double 07 lap 6. Copy.
All right, David. The next car is Alan.
Can't believe you're driving a Mustang too.
I was about to say that, yeah. Driving a Mustang. You said he didn't pick who he fucking drove.
I'm just scratching off the
Scratch off the badges. Oh, would you just fucking shows how long it's been since I've driven a supercar? Just fucking stalled at pit lane.
Back in a minute. Back in a bit, boys.
Okay.
Alright guys, gonna go jump over the broadcast, have a bit of a chat. We're here by ourselves, so
P19. That's half distance. Fuel levels are fine.
Coming dead last, but that's alright. We'll finish it off.
That lap was a 1:45.27. You're 2/10 off the pace in sectors 1 and 3. Sector 2 is 0.27.
Kind of
off
been in the
pace.
wars a little bit tonight, but
The gap in front is increasing. It's now 10 seconds.
I hate to tell you this as we welcome you into the race for the first time tonight. I hate to tell you this, but we're broadcasting Super 3 again. So
really again?
yeah, again, yeah. So as much as I was looking forward to driving on board with you and getting your insights, we can still get an update from you, and that'll be good fun in just a moment. But obviously, it'll make absolutely no sense at all to the viewers tuning in at home who are watching a completely different race.
Alright, when do I ever make sense?
Oh, hang on. Patrick Colonel off the road. Colonel's at a moment. Colonel's off the road.
Cord is now in the lead.
What has happened there? Colonel on the tow rope to pit lane, and Viz is back in for a stop. So that answers the question there. He can't get home without topping up the tank again. This is Dale Jeffries at the bottom of Villeneuve. Oh no, off the road. So that was Colonel's first moment. And then the second one will follow at the top of the hill if we watch the replay here. Joe Baldwin pointing out the obvious that Starkey's got plenty of pace tonight. He certainly does. Greg Spencer, Aaron Bryan, Kurt Novenson, Mark McNamara, Tritchie Kosh, the last round of pit stops. Amos, Zamora, Schultz. And
Okay, David, keep it nice and smooth. Come on,
Yeah,
let the race come to us.
They used to try to get away to get the rears up on the curb.
Yeah, and it looks like, if you have a look at that car again, it looks as though the front left suspension is just part of the car as well. And that might have been why he ended up in the tow rope. So the field cleans with the exception of Stark, Schultz, Zamora and Amos. John Phoenix asking the question, is this real? Well, the participants are, but it is virtual software that they're using to compete in this championship tonight, my friend. Good morning, good evening to you, I should say, and it was nice to catch up with you actually. Rather briefly on Friday, and there'll be a few more of us out there again this Friday as well. Aaron Bryan all over the back of Troy Davidson like a cheap suit at the moment. So, super.
Hello?
Yeah, I've got you, mate.
Sorry, it just dropped out.
I was just going to say, give us the lay of the land in Super 2, mate. How's it all going?
For me, not well. That's for
why
sure.
You're here?
Yeah, that's why I'm here. So, I'm dead last. That's all right. I've been beaten and battered from side to side, but we're having fun. So,
not with your mate Connor Nixon again, please.
No. We're friends. That's all right. No hard feelings there whatsoever.
Patrick Hurnell's part up and done for the night too, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. Parked up and done. Hurnell's the first retirement in his split. And this is the last of the runners on the circuit in 22nd, down 18 spots on where he started. Eduardo Zamora and Liam Amos to pit lane. Aidan Schultz and Chris Stark continuing on to lap 10. They'll come by, no doubt, next time by and cleanse this field. Go for it, Dave.
What have we got? We started with a 20 car field, so we're down to 19. Obviously, I'm 19th, having fun. No, look, going well. Obviously, had a poor start myself. Lit the rears up for the second week in a row. Went backwards, got beaten on the left, bashed on the right. Bumped the bloke off, unfortunately, when he checked up. Bit of a concertina effect about lap 3 or 4. Had to spin myself with some help, but all in all, look, we're still here, we're still circulating. We'll try and bank some points and not pick up a drive-through with all these off-tracks, but
Car 01, lap 10.
if anybody does want to check in on results, you can. I am obviously streaming the race, so over on Harlan Esports, you can come check that out and at least get an update on how the race is going over here, if you are able to, in 2 split screens.
Speaking of updates, a little bit of an update to your social media over the last couple of days, I understand.
Yeah, mate, I changed from Harlan Motorsports into esports today. Spent the day doing up a new logo, because not only do I want to do, obviously I stream all my racing,
There's an incident in.
but we do we do get into
Chapman.
a few other things as a team and with the boys as well, so
It's pretty slow into
opens up the opportunity to stream not only racing, but like Warzone and whatnot as well, so a bit of fun. But I love doing it, so whether I'm good or bad, or as tonight, coming dead last, we're having fun doing it, and that's the main thing.
Fun at the end of the day, that's the name of the game. That's what it's all about, mate. Very nicely done. Until you got hip and shouldered and bashed and barged. Biffed and barged. What were you making of Imola and the pace of the car?
My car, probably not so good tonight, but look, it is good.
Off goes Tim Fuge! Fuge has had a moment at 2. Fuge has had a moment at the chicane. He's rejoined, but I dare say, he's got to slow down to observe here and address. That is going to compromise him. Dale Jeffries goes to 3rd, and Tim Fuge is now under serious heat from Aiden Schultz. Big moments in this race. Field is cleansed. Starker's come out ahead of Anastakis. Oh no, there goes for the Butler. Butler's had a moment. He'll drop to 7th. Let off a chain reaction in the commentary box. All hell was broken loose. Aiden Schultz lost out in that pit lane sequence, as did Shane Ewan. So Fuge and Jeffries. Schultz with a stop at 12.48 and Ewans with 10.87. Slower than most of those around them. So Schultz and Ewans on the comeback trail here in the closing stages, and Schultz trying to get down the inside of Fuge to the chicane. Can't get it done. Overtaking opportunities here come at a premium, don't they, Dave?
They sure do. It's you got that big long front straight, but it's still not easy to pass. It's high speed, heavy braking, low grip as well with these cars, so it's very easy to lock an inside front or a front, or both of them, and sail straight off into the weeds. So if you can get a pass done around here, job well done.
Down the main straight, now it's a drag race. It's Fuge trying to go to 3rd. Jeffries yields. Had no choice. He'll have the inside running if he wants it at 1, but Fuge has covered him off. Fuge to 3rd. Schultz still in the fight for the top 5.
17th place. Sector 1 is 0.7 off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.43 off the pace. You're 2/10 off the pace in Sector 3.
Schultz has had a moment at 2. Here we go. Left. Oh, got way too much curve. Sliding out of 3 and into 4. That is him done.
Yeah, very easy to lose it through that first chicane complex, especially on your way out. But speaking of updates there, Zach, can I say congratulations to you, mate, stepping up to SimSpeed Network and the Pro Series this week.
I hadn't got around to mentioning that to our audience yet, but yes, no, you're right. There is some news there with regards to that, and it's actually that our former GSRC colleague Scotty Rankin is unavailable on Friday nights. So
okay, David, gaining on this car. The gap is
has asked me to deputise, but I made sure that I got clearance from Joe Baldwin and the crew here so that I could get out of the IndyCar broadcast on Friday night in order to help Hobbo out. And the club have been very gracious in leasing me for the evening.
Yes, and big credit to them as well.
Nice.
So, yep.
Yeah. So looking forward to that now. A big challenge awaiting on Friday night. 500k's around Interlagos for the Logitech Pro E Series that Brendan Hobson and Sean McNamara are a big part of organising, and I mean, there will obviously be ways that you can tune in on that, ladies and gentlemen, whilst our broadcast of IndyCar happening here on the GSRC is running currently. But yeah, I couldn't say no.
That lap was at 146,
I think that's a
07.
fantastic racetrack. So it'll be good fun on Friday night. Come back to that in a moment. Here's Eduardo Zamora being relegated to 11 by Greg Spencer on the inside on the run down to turn 1. Good work from Spencer to get himself up into the top 10. 1.5 laps to go. Starkey will see the white flag next time by the line. We'll get to 14, and Stark is 7.5 seconds clear and looking good. Christian Koch having a moment coming through in the second last corner onto the main straight. Yeah, lit it up too quickly, too eager
Just
to
2
get
minutes
going
left,
out of
2 minutes to go.
And he has dropped a couple of spots as a result of that.
Just how many wins is Starkey having this season? He's going all right.
Well, that's exactly right. It's going very well. He's still very much there in championship contention.
We estimate you've got 5 minutes of fuel remaining.
Over there in Season 2, Hobbo had a 38-point lead coming into tonight. Starkey's lead was 40 points on Greg Spencer. He's had a very good run. First, fourth, seventh, third. So consistency's been key. Consistency with the championships, as you know, mate.
Certainly does.
Hoping to grab an elusive title.
Haven't managed to win a championship yet. Come second a couple of times, but no wins.
Always the bridesmaid.
Always the bridesmaid.
Stay with me there, mate. Coming back to you in a moment. White flag in there for Chris Stark as they cross the line. Yeah, so 4.8 kilometres to go for Chris Stark as he brings this thing home. Most of the battles around the racetrack have somewhat fizzled out right here and now, except for what was picked up on screen there. Tim Hughes is within a second of Anastakis, and Troy Davidson chasing down Shane Ewan. So Ewan's has actually been the
One more lap to go. That last lap
started
was
so
at
well that has dropped from
45.74.
third to 8th throughout the course of his second stint. 16
Incident
positions
in
gained by
Tosa. We think
Aaron
it might be
Bryan.
Buchanan.
Aaron Bryan. How good. Got a message there from someone on Snapchat, and I reckon I know who it'll be, and I'll get to him very shortly.
Yellow
He'll be
flag.
tuning in tonight as well. Tim Fuge in third place, trying to track down and parry Anastakis with half a lap to go. Checkered flag out this time by Chris Stark will get the job done. Don't want to put the blocker on it. He's
There's
still
an
on,
incident in Rotella.
freaking
Looks
his way
like
around
it's
this lap.
Christensen.
No, it's been clinical from first until last, helped by Wayne Biss's moment there in the early stages of the race. That gave Stark a buffer, nice little cushion to play with, and he hasn't looked back. Final sector. Stark for locked up Sim Sports, about to notch up his second win, or third win I should say, of the season, and his second win in as many weeks. Rob Carmichael tuning in. Speaking of Supercar alumni, there he is. Hello, mate. Nice to have you on board. Last turn, checkered flag at the ready. Locked up Simsport on top. Chris Stark extending his championship
That's
lead.
2 minutes left.
Victory
2 minutes.
at Imola, round 5 of the championship. Goes to the 17.
Well, and a lot, thanks.
He put a lap on his teammate Wayne Visser right at the end there. Very nicely done. Have a look at this, RG Bargy! Eduardo Zamora! Right in the
There's an
thick of
incident
it,
in
right at the
Tamburello.
end.
It looks like Corley.
Drops back to
15th place.
12.
That's the end of the race.
Liam Amos
We'll
just
get him
ahead
next
of
time.
him. Shane Ewan's the beneficiary, but unfortunately, he's only up there in 10th spot as Ewan, so the wheels have really fallen off that wagon towards the end here. Anastakis has come home second, having just held off Tim Fuge. Dale Jeffries, Aidan Schultz, who held off Aaron Bryan, biggest move of the night. Aaron Bryan up 16 spots. Then Philip Butler, Troy Davidson, Greg Spencer, and Shane Ewan's the top 10. Amos, Zamora, Nomanson, McNamara, Reinhardt take us back to 15th. Lawler, Tierman, Koch, Gilbert, and Patton back to 20th position. Then Visser a lap down, Barker a retirement, and Hernal as well. Wow.
Good race, everyone.
So Chris Stark,
Can you all
Rogers
jump
up
in
win
Discord
3 of the
and have a
season.
chat about any penalties? I'll be in there
We
for a
get
bit.
ready,
Just jump
of
in the
course,
green
to
room.
go to
I'll
Road
drag you
Atlantis
down.
next Monday night. So we're done away with the European Swingers Championship at this point. There'll be more of that a little bit later on in the season, I do believe. Yep, the Red Bull Ring in round 9. So the next 3 weeks take us through
Well done,
North
North
America,
America,
Asia, North America, and then Europe in Australia to finish it off. Road Atlanta, Fuji, Watkins Glen Cup, Red Bull Ring and Mount Panorama to finish off the campaign. Chris Stark the winner, rather comfortably in the end, 4.93 seconds. And just as we've got that calendar up there, Adam Lavis, you might want to elaborate for everybody at home. Back-to-back weeks of Super 3, what does that mean for the coverage of the championship going forward right through to the end of the season, week 10, please?
I believe, without looking it up, so next week will be Super 2, and then I believe it'll be Super 2, Super 2, Super 3, Super 2, and then the last round may be combined again, but if not, it'll be Super 2.
Copy. And if it is combined, of course, full grid Mount Panorama, full send, that will be well worth the price.
Yes, please.
Watch your speed.
I am getting curry from hello Craig Bond, nice to have you on board. I knew it was you messaging me on Snapchat from Wagga. He
Box
said
in,
these races need to be 5 minutes longer.
4, 3,
not with the turnaround
2,
time we've got.
1.
However, I think we found a happy medium with 25 minutes. We've had that for a little while now. But then again, I mean, a change is as good as a holiday, allegedly. And we're always looking at ways to take on both driver and viewer feedback and see what's going on there with regards to whether we need to extend or trim. But yeah, 25 seems to be the happy medium, and we've had it for a couple of seasons now. 14 laps in the end there, only 14 tonight. A long lap around the Imola circuit, not the fastest average speed circuit, unlike Monza last week, of course. Parry Anastakis a good run to second, and Tim Fuge to third, but the race winner's in the booth with us now. Chris Stark, mate, that's a nice way to end what's been a very busy week on the road for you on the other side of the Nullarbor. We detailed that last week, that you're making a mad mercy dash over across the other side of the Nullarbor. We're glad to hear as well that the old boy's doing okay, and what a way to make a statement of the rest of the competition. Catch me if you can, mate. You extend the championship lead, win 3 of the campaign. Well done.
Thanks, Zach. I came back last night midnight and I spent most of the day on the sim at Imola, just practicing, because practice makes, you need the practice. I've got a smashing qualifying time. I didn't even achieve that in the practice service, so I'm a little bit blown away by that. But everyone was close. Like at the start, Shane was there, Parry was there, and Aiden all kept me honest. It was a good race. So once I took off, I sort of saw him 2 seconds, 1 second, 2 second, 1 second, and then I made a few mistakes, but I just wanted to get away, and I used the shorter gear stack to give me that better drive. I'm pretty sure if I might have been running a 1.0, I was running a 1.04.
And you got very lucky, didn't you, mate? Because you got the jump at the start. You've probably just seen it on the screen there. Your teammate's hairy moment, brown pants style, through turn 1. You were lucky to avoid all of that by getting the jump on the competition, giving yourself a little bit of a buffer to play with. And then that moment for Viz inadvertently gave you a bit more of a leg up, and you didn't relent.
I didn't even see what happened. I saw a whole bunch of cars range up on me, and Vis was one of them. And I went, "Oh, where'd he come from?" And then he dropped right back. So I figured he must have gone off the track somewhere. It's much easier when you're in the front. You can just hit your own apexes, hit your exits.
Sainted, yeah, mate. It was.
I lost concentration once.
Just check the description.
I was doing.
Definitely says similar.
Buttons, and I ran wide at the top as you go around that double left.
Yep.
Yeah, I was trying to look at something, but yeah, it was good. The boys they kept me honest tonight. Parry's up there. He's super quick around here tonight.
Yep, the great man had a very good run, no doubt about that. And I guess as far as the rest of the campaign or the team is concerned, mate, Kurt Nymanton 13th and Viz down in 21st. Unfortunately, just a battle for survival for him there. In the end, you lapped him right on the line. He slowed up so that you'd get the photo finish of sorts that you're hoping would be at the front of the field. But unfortunately, it was top and tail at the end there. Unlucky for him, really, because when he had that moment, it was just on lap, lap 2, lost brakes. No brakes in the server, and had to get into the pit lane, reconfigure that, get everything sorted, and again get back out. And unfortunately, he also had to pit again to get some extra fuel. A double-edged whammy for him tonight, unfortunately.
Because last week his clutch pedal was playing up. I might want to do some servicing of those pedals, I think.
I'm being reliably informed that I've missed another corker in Super 2 as well, thanks to Brenton Hobson.
really?
I'll get to him in just a few moments' time. He's not in the booth with us, but I'll get to Super 2 through Connor Dixon and David Kirby in just a few moments, but who are still here with us. Starkey, halfway there, mate. Championship lead is yours. What are the thoughts on the run home? I mean, Road Atlanta always throws up some good racing. Fuji as well. Then, of course, Watkins Glen is, an absolute favourite of just about the majority of the club here. We're on the NASCAR Cup configuration, the short shoot. And then, obviously, we return to the Red Bull Ring, so horsepower heaven, and then finish it off at Mount Panorama, which we think could be a full grid and a combined split, which will be awesome.
What were the numbers in Super 2? Because there was only like 20-something in here, so that was a little bit...
That's right, 23. And what were the numbers in...
20.
20.
Oh, so they
David
dropped off.
Kirby would know because he brought the field home. So
They dropped off a little bit. That's disappointing.
in terms of at the tail, unfortunately for Curbs. That's
No,
why
I
he's
worked
been in
my
the
way
booth
up.
for
I
about
got there.
13 minutes.
No, that was my teammate. So blame it on Tyson Broad. So
Yeah, that's for the rest of the season. I'm going to miss 2 rounds because of night shifts, but if I'm going to be leading, I might not. Well, it's a 50-50 thing because you got 2 drop rounds where I really want to drop max points. So I don't know. Look, it's good to be leading now. This is the best run I've ever had as a member of GSRC ever.
Yep. Yeah, no, it's very nice to see you notching up some race wins. Maybe an elusive championship there in the offing as well, mate.
I don't think I'm pacey enough to go and run with the big boys yet. I think they would have been in the 44s, David.
Sorry, what was that?
Were you guys in the 44s?
No, I don't know. My quickest was not too sure.
Yeah, so we were in the 46s, so...
They're not giving away their secrets, are they?
I was going to say my fastest lap was a 44.3 in race.
Oh yeah, well there you go. I'm not going to hit that. I just got that in quali.
Yeah, that was the fastest lap of the race. I'll take that.
And I hit a low 45, but I was sort of damaged and bruised.
Yes, I didn't even hit the 45, so I don't think I'm fast enough to be promoted. I just need the other boys to bring it. Do a bit of practice and come up. And well, we lost. That almost happened to Anth and Sean. They haven't come back. They were really good racing against them.
I'm up to the top split spot, Starkey.
Oh, yeah, I'll be last because I don't have the pace.
No, I'll be last.
Listen to these blokes. Now, coming to Connor Nixon and David Kirby in just a moment. Appreciate that. Hey, Starkey, stick around as well because I want to quickly get your thoughts on something here. But before that, let me bring in Kurt Normanson and Aidan Schultz. We've got about 20 minutes before GT3s on the grid tonight, folks, from Magello Sprint Racing. Am first up, Pro Am second up. We'll bring it to you live. One after the other back to back, and then of course we'll have the results from the pro split as well before the night is done. Kurt Normanson, I mean, victory for your teammate Chris Stark. Unfortunately, Wayne Viz's woes have been well documented, and you were somewhere in the middle there. Is it lucky 13th or unlucky 13th in your opinion?
A little bit unlucky. I messed up the start. I couldn't get it to shift in a second. Just got stuck in wheel spin, so I brought back to 18th. So coming back to 13th is not bad. Definitely could have been a bit quicker. I got stuck behind Jamie for a while there. I had the pace, I just couldn't find a safe place to park where I didn't take him out with me.
That's fair, and that highlights something that I said earlier in the call, that this place is not easy for overtaking, is it?
No, and I sort of had to show the nose and send him wide so I can get a better run up the hill. But, you know, it's this kind of things you have to do. I just didn't want to take him out doing it because I locked up and skated into him or something.
Indeed, and I guess when you make a mistake in these races, when you run into some sort of trouble, the game plan goes out the window, and all of a sudden you're in troubleshoot mode, aren't you? Just trying to salvage something.
Yeah, when I had that moment, trying not to drive into the back of him just here, actually.
Yes,
and I skated and had a half
we
spin.
saw it on replay.
Yeah, I sort of started looking at, well, me and Wayne started looking at my fuel numbers and seeing if I could jump him in the pit lane, and I definitely gained a lot of time back, but it wasn't enough to jump him in the end. Maybe if I dropped another lap of fuel, maybe I could have got him. So who knows?
All right, mate. I mean, obviously GT3's coming up. Thoughts on not necessarily that, because we'll talk about that later on. Thoughts on next week, Road Atlanta, these cars?
I think it'll be a lot of fun. I'll definitely have a little bit more time to practice this week. And next week, I don't have as many shifts at work, and we've started employing new people, so I won't have to do as much for the rest of the year. So it actually loosens the load, and I can practice a bit more.
But the downfall of that is less pay going over the counter. So you're damned if you're doing damage if you don't, aren't you?
Yeah, well, I'll probably still be making enough that I don't have to worry about it for now.
That's
maybe I'll look at a permanent job. I've only been losing maybe 5-6 hours a week, so nothing too much.
Nothing that's not manageable. Yeah, very nicely done. We'll let you go and get ready for what's to come later tonight, mate. Thanks for that.
No worries.
All right, so Aiden Schultz, you were in the running there for fourth or third at one point. It was looking good. A couple of moments that you had to take evasive action with, not least Wayne Viz's moment that we just saw a few moments ago. You were actually trying to go up the outside of him. He was driving a defensive line down the inside, and then all of a sudden took to the grass because the brakes went out from under him. So that was one brown pants moment that everybody managed to, escape from, remarkably so. But then secondly, late in the race, there was a moment for you where you were within striking distance of Tim Fuge and Dale Jeffries, but one slip, one slide, bogged it down, lost a chunk of time, and that was it. You were left to consolidate fifth spot. And you only just managed to hold off Aaron Bryan in the end, mate, but a top five. Well done.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Good evening to you, Zach.
Hello, mate.
But, mate, it's not the little bit of brown pants moments which cost me my result. It's literally putting too much fuel in through the pit stop. So
I was going to ask about that, yes.
Yeah, so I ended up with 3 laps of fuel left in there. I was chasing Starkey down. He was way too quick. When I made the move on Parry, and congratulations to Parry as well for second. When I made the move on him, I'm like, okay, we got some pace here and we might be able to get P2. But yeah, old crew chief let me down once again.
Oh, dear. When are you going to get him the sack?
Mate, I don't pay him, so I don't think I can really give him the sack, to be honest.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah,
well, I want to tell you what I use, but then you'll be able to catch me, so I'm not going to tell you.
That's true. No,
that's all right, Starkey. That's all right, mate.
How nice though, in a world where cash is king and everyone's feeling strained of financial pressures. How nice to have someone still volunteering their time for you, Starkey. Schultze.
Yeah, mate, it's great. It's
great.
Yeah. He's good, but he swears at me a lot, and he tells me I'm really crap a lot. So I'm not quite okay with that. But no, we had a good race. I wish that the fuel would have been a little bit better because I reckon we did have a top 3 there. Starkey, of course, was a class above. Congratulations, Starkey. You did a great job tonight, mate. And I think I was there for second place, and you know me, Zachy. Yep. I come in with no practice, mate. So I literally did my first laps in practice before we went into qualifying. So to come home in a P5, I'm actually happy with that. That's good. And if we can convert those pit stops, maybe we can have a better result. But, mate, I had an absolute fat time tonight.
It's funny you say that because the bloke below you in the Discord chat list here would say the same thing. Because he was flying blind with Imola tonight as well. We're going to hear from him in just a moment.
Yeah, but he's the goat, mate. He's the goat.
Yeah. Schultze, are you jumping in GT3 at Magello?
No, mate.
No.
I don't think so. I've got early start tomorrow
morning.
So.
You've thrown that one to the can, have you? GT3?
I've used all my talent tonight, so let's not try and overdrive that in the GT3. And because I've used all that up, so I might. Now you've said it, I'll probably jump in. But
yeah, why not?
Yeah, I don't know. I'll see how we go. But I'm happy with the P5 tonight, Zachy.
And so you should be, mate. Very nice result. Sets you up nicely. I mean, hopefully you're on the grid for the remaining 5 rounds of the season here. Will we see you for Road Atlanta next week?
Thank you, mate. I podiumed the supercars last season in the older supercars. I really struggle with these cars. I really, really struggle. I don't know whether it's a car or my lack of ability, but I do struggle. But tonight was really fun. It was great racing by all the guys, and big congratulations to Starkey, Parry, and Tim on the top 3.
We go into the next round and we go again. It'll be interesting to see the results in the top split. Those guys are absolutely legends. Like, they
Yeah.
are so quick. So, and I need to say a big congratulations to my teammate, Alex Court, on getting P5 up there in the top split as well. So congratulations to him. And yeah, look forward to next week, mate. And love the GSRC, and we'll come back and have another trundle.
Looking forward to it, mate. Thank you for that. Appreciate it, and go well.
Thank you, my friend. Have a good night.
Excellent, indeed. Starkey, just to put a full stop on Super 3, I mean, at the halfway mark here, I'm looking at the point standings at the moment, and I think if I get the thumbs up from Adam Lavis, I'm good to read these out.
Super 3, yeah.
Super 3. Starkey 272, Greg Spencer 203, 191 for Dale Jeffries, 180 for Tim Fuge, and 169 for Aidan Schultz. There's your top five at the moment, and Philip Butler 155 tied with Anthony Cuthbertson, Kurt Nomanson on 152 and 8 spot, 139 for David Lawler, 135 for Shane Newlands. So there it is in black and white for you, ladies and gentlemen. So that gives you, even though you say you're going to miss a couple of rounds there, Starkey, at least you got a little buffer to play with already, mate.
It just means that, you know, I can, if I'm struggling, I don't need to just fight. I can drop back a position. Do you know what I mean?
Indeed.
Yeah, so I can conserve a little bit. If I'm not as fast on one track and someone else is faster, I'll just sit behind them. It's not all about having to win now. It's just race and enjoy it.
Yep, and maintain some sort of consistency and bag those points where you can. Very nicely done. I know you got work coming up. I know you've just had a week away from the server. What's next as far as your race week commitments are concerned, please?
Not sure. Like I said, to drive these fast, you've got to drive them all the time. So I might just spend some time in the official servers in the cars, work on sets for Road Atlanta, Mountain Men. I do Mountain Men on a Saturday night. I'm home this weekend, so I'll do Mountain Men. I might do IndyCar. I've been wanting to do IndyCar, but something always comes up on a Friday. It annoys me.
Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? Life does get in the way sometimes. We know that. I guess it is the pitfall of being back to normal. Although I did say to the great man above you there, Brenton Hobson, who we're going to hear from in just a tick, that I wish society would go on pause. Everything just came to a standstill and a stop for the Olympic Games, because I haven't watched anywhere near enough of that for my liking, and I'm going to have to wait until 2028 to make up for it now. Anyway, it is what it is. Starkey, thank you, mate. Well done again. Good race win, and good luck for the rest of the week, and we'll see you next Monday night.
Thanks, Zach. Congratulations to the podium, and congratulations to all the boys that drove this race tonight. It was good fun.
Indeed. All right, just to clear the air, I got stitched up earlier today because Hobbo said, I'm pretty sure you're broadcasting Super 3, and I was like, it says Super 2, but there's two tabs on our broadcast sheet here where it says, Super 2 is the series, but under where it says broadcast start time, it says Super 3, so I got stitched up royally. However, the message from Brenton Hobson is, you missed another corker in Super 2. Why? Well, have a look at that. He won by 0.3 of a second from Connor Nixon, Jason Spriggs in third. So top three covered by less than a second. How good's that? Jaden Green, Alex Court, Michael Hammond, Angus Lawford, Aidan Cale, Mark Gomez, and Jay Wallace making up the top 10. You've heard from David Kirby already. We'll get some final thoughts from him in a moment with regards to his night being over before it really began. However, Connor Nixon and Brenton Hobson, welcome into you two gentlemen, please. Hobbo, I'm not surprised by that. You weren't sure how it was going to go, considering you'd been practicing on another circuit for this week. We'll get your thoughts on that in just a moment, but how quickly did it, were you able to wrap your head around and get yourself sorted for Imola, please?
Well, yeah, probably not as quick as I've needed to. I just went with the set that I had on the car, and it probably wasn't really very good, but the weather changed. I don't know if it's the same in Super 3, but I think maybe the warm-up session was really hot track temp. The car felt horrible, and then in quali it was really cool, and I was like, this car's unreal. And then we went back to the race, it was hot again, and all of a sudden it sucked all over again, and it wasn't much fun to drive, but it certainly caught me by surprise. I thought that we'd be running here at the same track I'd been with a bunch of other series this week, so I was assuming we we're going to race at Sonoma tonight, and found out by your good kind self only a couple of hours ago that that's not the case. So yeah, I was definitely thrown under the bus there, but it was, you know, nothing like a bit of a challenge.
No, that's exactly right. I mean, if you hung around for the end of the broadcast last week, Cobbo, you would have known that we were going to Imola because we promoted it as such.
Gordon,
However, in
how are you,
saying that, you're right. You and I have already spent a fair bit chunk of time having a chat today over lunch. So it's nice to see you during the dinner slot as well. Obviously doing enough to scrape through and get the job done, mate. Far better than last week.
Yeah, the less said about last week, probably the better, eh? I mean, it would have been good to watch, nonetheless. But yeah, that was a bit of a disaster, really, last week. But yeah, you've already heard heaps of me talking this week, so I don't want to take up too much time here. I'd like you to get the chance to talk to Connor because that was an unreal race. I had a heap of fun. I kind of screwed it, and he put himself in the lead, and I had to get it back off him, and it wasn't an easy task. So it was an awesome, fun race. I think we had, I don't know, 4 or 5 laps of side by side and dive bombs and racing really hard and door banging, and no one went off the track. It was really good fun. I had a heap of fun racing him, so it was an awesome race. I did just get the edge of him in the end on the last lap, but yeah, it was a real fun one.
Barely doing enough to scrape through, mate. But at the end of the day, an inch is as good as a mile. It's interesting that you highlight the importance, the urgency required to overtake. It's not the easiest racetrack to execute overtaking manoeuvres, is it?
Oh, as it turns out, no, it's not. The way that the way
he's not used to overtaking; he's used to being chased.
Yeah, the way the strategy worked out, Connor was nice and aggressive on the pit stop, which is what I was actually kind of thinking I might do myself. But he jumped in a lap before I was planning to, so he came early, got the undercut. I threw it off the track and then got a slowdown. So I thought he was going to be way up the road, and I came down the pits a few laps later and with better tyres, and was surprised to see he wasn't that far away. So I managed to reel him in. But even with the better tyres, it took me, I don't know, it must have been 4 or 5 laps or something to get a pass on him. So difficult to pass, definitely difficult track to pass on. I mean, he did everything he could to keep me behind, as he should. But yeah, not easy. Definitely not easy.
I didn't hit you off, so that was plan number 2, but I thought I'd keep it clean.
We nearly got to that with a lap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was coming in the toolbox. I was like, what if I just bump him a little bit, you know? Just give him the old little 1-2. But no, it was a good battle. My tyres were absolutely shot, though. But yeah.
Apologies if there was a little adjective slipped through there from Connor as well, ladies and gentlemen. However, Connor, since we have had you involved in the conversation already, second of the great man is nothing to turn your nose up at. We've said that before, but you must have been disappointed that you let the chance to beat him go begging.
Oh yeah, look, it was I think it was one of those nights where it was like the car was there and you know it was a good battle, but yeah, man, like the battling was just that hard and aggressive. Like there was moments where I would hit the brakes and I'm like, I'm not getting this thing stopped. Like I'm gonna hit him, you know. But it was just awesome battling. Like yeah, it was probably one of the hardest battles I've done for a while now. You know, it was better than my Sunday night getting spit off by everyone. But yeah, no, it was awesome. It was awesome racing. But yeah, had no tires under the car. The thing was sliding just in roll bar every 5 seconds, trying to get the thing to turn or you know understeer the right way. But yeah, no, second place is definitely nothing that I'm gonna you know whinge about. You know, it was definitely better than Monza and everything else. So yeah, no, look, I'm not gonna say no to that result. And yeah, that was a good battle. But yeah, no, like Hobo was saying about the whole Sonoma. I wish it was Sonoma just quietly because I legit just jumped in the server and I went, oh god, what was Scups' last round here? So I threw that thing on and look, it wasn't the best thing in the world. The spring rate in the rear was a bit too soft, so the thing was understeering. But yeah, no, it was good fun.
All right, very nicely done. Connor, just very quickly before we go to, we're cutting fine here, folks. We've got GT3 Am standing by. Will we see you Thursday night in the LMP2s?
Yeah, I'll try not die.
That's
yeah,
a good idea.
We for those 2 races, by the way, we put on slicks, so that's why DBM were a bit all over the joint.
Yeah, it looked like it. Yeah.
It was a bit of a depressing night, I'll tell you that.
Right, Atlanta next week. Your thoughts on that in the supercar?
Yeah, I had good success in the Logitech Qual series, so yeah, looking forward to it. It's not my favourite track, but yeah, it's a good little track to race around and have a bit of a bowl and, you know, spin some tyres and, yeah, have a good battle with Hobbo. So, looking forward to it.
Just 15 cars that would appear lining up for GT3, which we'll get to in just a moment. David Kirby's still kind enough to stick around and join us as well. Bring him back in at this point. Fingers crossed things go a little bit better for you when we get to ride Atlanta and you're back on broadcast.
Yeah, it should be fun. But yeah, look, it was unfortunate how the early parts of tonight's race started off, but look, I just didn't want to get hit by Connor again, so I thought I'd just make my way backwards. So I did that. No. But
no. I was hoping I wasn't going to hit you in the K1. Honestly, I was crossing my fingers, I was crossing my toes.
Nah, it's
I
all
was
good.
waiting for that drive-by. It was only a matter of time.
Yeah, no, it was all good. But no, look, I had fun. It was, you know, like I enjoyed coming on here on a Monday night and racing with all the gents and that. So racing's been pretty good this season, so you can't complain about that. Bit unfortunate with my incidents tonight, so it was yeah, a bit of a start line incident, followed by a little bit of a check-up in front of me, and then sort of that caught me off guard, bumped the bloke off in front, and then after that I think I got tagged from behind as well, which spun me around. But look, apart from that, it was fun. Looking forward to Road Atlanta. It's a good, fast little track, and I think a 25-minute race around there will certainly mix things up.
Indeed. By the way, folks, if you're sticking around with the Olympics, you'll know that the Kookaburras and Hockey Roos have been eliminated in the last 24 hours, but the water polo guys are going strong. Men's water polo against Japan tonight, 9:35 Eastern Standard Time. You'll probably see that on Nine's main channel, or if not, 9 Gem. And, of course, not much else to report there at the moment. It's been pretty bleak and grim, especially with the Matildas and now the Hockey Roos and Kookaburras crashing out. Yeah, just to elaborate on what Mr. Kirby mentioned there a short while ago, and I'll do it while the great man's in the booth as well. You won't hear me Friday night with the IndyCar series because I've been recruited. I've been leased for the night to go over and commentate Hobbo's one of Hobbo's pet projects at the moment, which is the Logitech E Pro series, and that is of course on another network, so I won't say too much more about that, but it's from the Interlagos circuit in Brazil. It's 500 kilometers. It's supercars, so something that these guys absolutely love. It's 117 laps, which is we're going to be dizzy by the end of the night, don't worry about that. Round 8 of their championship, first of 3 enduros for them. It's nice to be able to help out our good mate, former GSRC commentator as well, in Scott Rankin, who's unable to be in the booth on Friday night. I'm just hoping I'll do a little bit of justice, and I've got 3 days to do some homework ready for that. So no, thanks to Hobbo and Sean McNamara and the crew for reaching out, but more so thanks to our crew here at the Gents, from Joe Baldwin down, that have made that possible for the night, because I was originally scheduled to be here. We're helping Joe with IndyCar from Barcelona. So he'll still have that for you with Nick Fodiatis, and I'll be on assignment elsewhere on Friday night and then back here next week.
I'm sure the large transfer fee makes up for it. Hey, Hobbo.
Sure.
Yeah, no comment. Hobbo, thank you. David Kirby, thank you. Connor Nixon, well done. Go well for the rest of the night, lads. Thank you.
See you, boys.
Good battle, Hobbo.
Yeah, likewise.
I can't wait to call it next week, actually. It'll be good. 1 week it was Connor Nixon and David Kirby, and this week it was Connor Nixon and Brenton Hobson. Fantastic.
Oh, mate. I was sweating my bowls off, honestly.
It's all good.
Connor, we're still on air. Just so you know.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate it. See you next week.
Thank you, mate. Bye-bye.
Oh, jeez. Someone put a filter on that bloke, please. There are the updated Super 2 and Super 3 standings for you. We've already brought you to Super 3.
Change the 5th and stand on it.
Guys, going to leave it there. Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow night.